Like, never like, never like, never like.
Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name's Arina. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and clicking on my video. I hope today's video is enjoyed by all. Today's video, I wanted to do just a really short and sweet one on manifesting and specifically affirmations. They are such a powerful little tool, and I think there's a lot. I used to think about affirmations and think it's never going to work because I don't feel what I'm saying. I don't feel like it, so I'm just saying these things. However, the more I'm saying these things, the more I seem to focus on them, whether I want to or not. So I find myself that if I'm not doing affirmations and if I'm not in the morning sort of listening to something or saying something that puts me in a positive place, I do tend to be a little all over the place. And I'm perhaps not in as much of a focused or positive headspace. So if anyone's considering doing affirmations, I really, really recommend to try them out. Now, I have been committed to doing my affirmations, and for the past week, every morning and every evening, I've been saying my affirmations and incorporated in my routine. I've just got a list of affirmations that I keep at the side of my bed, and I read them out loud before I go to sleep, and I read them out loud when I wake up in the morning. And actually, yeah, sometimes I don't really feel like what I'm saying is from the deepest part of my heart, but it brings my mind to the things that I really want to have in my life. Whether you feel like it or not, subconsciously, I really believe it does something, because I still feel myself being more sensible and being more focused in my decision making when I start the day in that way. When I don't do them, I don't really think about my vision for the future, so I slip up a little bit more. Now, this is based on my personal experience, and there's a lot of information on affirmations out there. So for me, the key is to keep it simple and focus on one or two things that I'm trying to achieve at this point in my life. So not having a million things that I'm trying to achieve, but one or two. One is probably even better. I have two because there are two areas in my life that I'm very, very, very kind of focused on right now. And I have something like 10 affirmations, and I just read them. Try it out. Don't believe me, just try it out, but really try and stick to it. And before you do your affirmations, try and figure out what really, really matters to you at this point in time. Now, probably if you are writing something like, I'm going to earn £1 million tomorrow, that's a little bit unrealistic unless you're doing everything you can to win that money. I would say, think about what you want to achieve maybe in the next year, and imagine, where do you see yourself in a year from now? What's your life look like if you could have your dream situation? That's what I did, and I saw myself in my personal life a certain way and in my financial life a certain way. So those two things are the things that I felt most drawn to. And so I just wrote out the situation I want to find myself in 1 year's time. All of my affirmations are present tense. They are, I'm so happy in my marriage. I earn a certain amount. So whatever I want to transcend in a year's time, my affirmations are, I'm so happy and grateful, or my life is amazing now that I. So you're in the present, putting yourself in that position. So you just know it's happening. You know it's happening. And then when it comes to the decisions you make and when it comes to the actions that you take, you will find yourself being more aligned with the future self. To go one step further, and this is something I am working on, visualizing yourself having and experiencing and stepping into the shoes of yourself in 1 year's time and feeling those emotions is another level manifesting. I have done this before, which is why I'm working my way up to that. The weird thing that happens for me is there are points in my life where I'm so good at manifesting. So 3 years ago was my last biggest manifestation. Well, no, actually it wasn't. Probably about 2 years ago. Now, 3 years ago, I made a job manifest, basically. For about 5 years, about 5 years ago, I wanted to have a certain career and a certain job for a certain company. And I put their logo on my vision board about 5 years ago and kind of just left it there, and it is what it is. Now, fast forward to about 2 years later, so about 3 years ago, I get a job advert. Some sort of recruiter, someone recruiter-wise, contacted me and let me know there's a company looking for a person to work for them. And this company never existed in my country, and they had opened a UK base. And I got this call, and it was the company that was on my vision board, which, dare I say, I was told it was never going to happen. So I got this call. I obviously went for the interview, and I visualized every day up to the decision that I was in this job, and they called me and I got the job, and I was so happy, and I was working for them. And at the same time, as I was driving, I remember seeing 2 number plates with the letters of the position or the company that I was going to be working for. So they were absolute signs from the universe for me that this was going to happen. There are so many moments in my life that I could tell you guys about where I visualized and I did these certain techniques and the thing I wanted happened. I am not lying to you guys. I am really good at manifesting. The problem that I have run into is sometimes in life, if our energy is off, so if, for example, for the past few months, my vibration, my energy space has been low, and I've definitely felt myself being on the low end of the vibrational scale. What that means is I'm not really attracting positive vibrations to me. And when it comes to manifesting, you have to have that like energy, and you have to have a certain vibration to you that's going to bring the thing you want. I've definitely felt myself. There are times where my vibrations are really high, and then there are other times when they're low. For example, when we're overworked or when we're not very well, or times like that can make it really difficult for us to raise our vibration to where we need it to be, specifically for manifesting. And I completely know that sometimes it's really hard to get ourselves to that. But there are small ways that you can start to raise your vibrations, and affirmations are a really simple way for me that when I'm quite in a low space, to slowly bring myself up again. And then I will build the vibration over time, and then when I feel a lot more open and positive, then I can work my way over to visualization and like proper intense visualizations, meditations, that sort of thing. I feel they take a lot more energy. So for me, it's easier to slowly bring myself to that place and then start and go deeper, because I can't go from 0 to like visualizing and feeling all the emotions and everything like that. So if you're kind of in a bit of a low spot and your energy and your vibrations are just a little bit like down, I would say affirmations are a really good starting point. And it can be simple things like, I'm so grateful that I now earn 100,000 a month, a year, a month, or a year, whatever you like. I am so happy in my relationship. I am so happy in my marriage with the loveliest partner I could have ever wished for. Thank you, universe. I'm so grateful for the marriage that I'm in. I'm so grateful for the partner that I'm with. I'm so grateful for you know, the financial stability and security that I now experience. I save £2,000 a month and I am abundant, and I am so glad to feel so secure in my financial wealth. Whatever you feel it is, just keep saying these things to yourself every day. Another technique that I use, and again, it's a simple one and it's affirmation sort of related, is tapping. And there's a man called Brad Yates that you can find on YouTube, and he does tapping exercises, whether it's for financial, for wealth, for success, for love, for relationships, whatever it is you want to manifest and focus on. He does really some short videos, some longer videos, and he's just tapping on pressure points. Again, I really love this because it's simple and you just kind of repeat things, but you refocus your brain and you focus your mind on the sort of things that you want for yourself. And I love this stuff because if you do it first thing in the morning, even in the evening, but for me specifically, first thing in the morning with tapping is really effective. If I, for example, decide that I want to make so many sales in my month, then I will tap every morning. I've made 10 sales. I am so glad and happy I have achieved 10 sales. I've hit my targets for this month. Whatever it is, you can tap and reassure yourself, and you just focus yourself on doing what it takes to get those results. It's amazing the way it works. So I really recommend it. And the last thing I wanted to say, it is probably better if it's a simpler exercise than if you try and go deep into like meditations and things like that. It just depends where you are on that scale. But the first step is to get yourself thinking along the right lines and to get yourself more in a positive raised vibration. And then you can progress to the more sort of intense exercises. I hope that's helped someone. Join me on my journey. I am currently doing affirmations and I'm doing tapping. I do my affirmations in the evening and in the morning, and I do tapping in the morning. And I have also become really consistent with my scheduling, time blocking. I have incorporated a really cool hack from, I can't think of the girl's name right now and it's really bad, but I'm going to put her name in the comments because she's got a video. In fact, I'm going to link the video in the comments, in the description of this video, because she's got a really cool video where she says how to schedule and how to plan your day. So I have adopted this. It's really simple and really effective. So I have started to do this type of scheduling and time blocking and just being more focused in my day, my week, and planning ahead a little bit better. Again, it's really good to keep myself focused and keep my energy high and my mindset in the right place. So check out that video in my description for this video, and I hope you've enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Make sure to give me that like, and I will see you in my next one.
Never like.